Centre wing will probably go short. Kick wasn't great, and the Measures picked it up. He's tackled, and the numbers around there as he got the ball out. Umpire says no, and it's going to be a ball up on the boundary line. Davis spent a fair bit of time on the boundary line here at the quarter time. He didn't even go into the huddle, so I'm not too sure what he's done.
But might have eaten too many of them hot dogs when he was working in the canteen, Smithy.
He might have. They were very nice too, by G. And the ball now comes quickly from the contest. Picked up Westwood. Goes to McLeod. Brent goes long. Goes looking for Jackson. He's going under the ball. Spiller's taking him out of that contest. Kicked off the ground. That was Westwood. That was Jared, or the other one. What's his name? Josh. Ball comes back towards centre wing. James leads in the race of the ball, and he makes it and will take the mark. Defensive side of centre wing. Options down the ground. He goes short towards Broman. He slips over. Ball gets out the back. The mark is taken out there, this time by Jarvis. So Jarvis now to steady things down for Thomson. In the middle of the ground. He will look to go to the half-forward line. Club room side. McLeod. Brent comes up, takes the mark.
He has put a bit of weight on, hasn't he?
Goes short. Good kick. Mark taken. The handball's given off, and again ends up in the hands of Stevens from inside 50, goes towards goal, and the ball will be knocked through for a minor score. So Thomson now to 1-3. Bannockburn on one straight. Second quarter action. Buckley's Entertainment Centre scoreboard. We have gone just under 1.5 minutes into this quarter.
Long kick out to the half-back flank looking for Stewart, and I thought he would have taken that mark. The umpire deemed that Jack had got a hand on it. He hand passes over the top to Jared Westwood. Back to Hill. Hill to McLeod. McLeod out into space. Running onto the ball is Solly. Scrubs the ball forward at best. The hand pass comes out into vacant space. Fenavesi's first there. The umpire blows the whistle and suggests that Fenavesi's attack on the ball was a little savage, and Connor Jervis will take the free kick for a head-high tackle.
I think that's about all it was.
Yeah. So Jervis in the back pocket for Bannockburn. Runs round his opponent, kicks long down the line looking for Cole. The ball goes over the back of the pack, and he can't pick it up quick enough, and it's gone over the boundary line for another boundary throw-in. That was Josh Cole that escorted that ball over the line. So it's still Miller and Jarvis contesting in the ruck as the ball's thrown in. Miller's jostling for position, probably rolls Jarvis out of the road. Joey Fammer comes through very strongly for Bannockburn. Breaks a tackle, kicks the ball long into the forward line, looking for Cole, but coming out in front is Maguire. Wins the ball, gets it over the boundary line, and a defensive boundary throw-in about 30 metres round from Bannockburn's goal, a forward pocket outer side.
He's a good fullback, Maguire, and he's one of the best in the business. And I tell you, this one with Blake Miller going in the ruck and Cole the full forward, they're going to have to do something about it quickly, because I don't think Big Blakey can last the whole quarter on the ball.
So ball in the forward line. Ruckman go at it. Ball goes to the front of the pocket. Kick round the butt by Jackie Broman, and I think he's put it straight through the middle. He has. So Jack Broman gets his first goal of the afternoon, and the second now for Bannockburn, who take the lead. They move to 2 straight 12. They lead Thomson on 1-3-9, and we have gone just on 3.5 minutes. Second quarter. Buckley's Entertainment second quarter scoreboard.
So, it looks like Jackie Broman's might be starting forward as well here. So they've got that, Bannockburn have got that pleasure of, Joey Fammer, Measures, and Matty James. They can rotate those four guys through the middle, and then one forward as well. So they've got the luxury of that this year, which is something handy to have.
I love Joey Fammer doing it, but I've got to say, at Winch, and I'll say it now, he's got to do more of it, because he looks a beautiful football when he does it. He's just got to do a bit more of it.
Yeah, he's a very strong player when he's tails up, and he was certainly proved it then. So throw up in the middle. Miller again gets up, but Jarvis comes over the back of the pack, wins it down, but Middleton picks up for Bannockburn. Like a pinball, he bounces off 3 Thomson players, but finally he's caught, and McLeod thinks he's going to get advantage, but it's not going to be paid. It's got to come back to Solly to take the kick. He took a head-high tackle as he was bouncing around amongst those Bannockburn midfielders.
But it doesn't have to be his kick if they pay advantage, does it? Or the play had been stopped. That might have been it.
If the players stop, they need to bring it back.
Good umpire.
Solly kicked long down the middle of the ground looking for Hill. Hill punches away from his defender. Harding picks up the crumb, runs through half-back, and it's a scrubby, horrible old kick.
BJ.
And the ball has been intercepted by Thomson. They kick long forward over the back of the pack. Jumping up is Josh Westwood. Westwood can't hold the ball. Spiller Westwood.
He's been at my school of training.
You've been practicing with Smitty during the week, have you?
We did a bit of training on the phone the other night. Yeah. So Josh Westwood, pronounce your pronunciation.
Another big
properly,
announcement
Robert.
for you too.
Throw in
scoreboard's
Miller
been
again,
worked
this
on.
time against Hill. Miller gets it down to the front of the pack. Coming through for Thomson, and a rather audacious-looking kick by Gardner straight up in the air. Miller can't take the chest mark as he pushed down back. Another big scrum of players, and we're going to have another ball up. Not far in from the boundary line, about 20 metres round from the behind post, Thomson's forward line.
Still haven't seen Davis back on the ground,
Nope.
so there's obviously an issue there. And, Jackson looks like the only key target down there at the moment for the Tigers.
So the ball is cleared away now by Bannockburn. I think it was Measures, put it back in the middle of the ground. A spoil there from Jacket. Broman comes through. Nice clean pick up. Handball's out wide. Jervis is a runner. Got a favourable bounce. Has time to steady now. Goes short looking for Cole. Can't take the mark. Maguire is right with him. So Maguire now of Thomson goes back towards centre wing. Good looking kick towards Fenavesi. Fama come across but didn't take the mark. Kicked off the ground there. Casey does nicely. Goes to Fenavesi. Clean pick up. Handball to Solly. Solly inside 50. Come off the boot. It's heading towards goal and it will run through for a minus score. So Ethan Solly is behind. It's 1-4 now for the Thomson side. Bannockburn 2 straight goals. And second quarter action's gone 3.5. A long kick out goes quickly. Vickers takes the mark. Put under pressure now. Able to get the handball away. Got support back there. Again measures round the boundary line. Goes towards centre wing. Or Broman pushing the back. He's been able to get away with that. It goes into the forward line and a good strong mark in defence out there, and it's Hardy. So Hardy now, a little short chip across the ground. Mark is taken. White, he plays on, looks at some options through the middle of the ground. Another short option, and you won't get a better one in the hand here of Hodgson. So Hodgson, a good user of the footy. Goes sideways. Stevens. Goes towards centre wing now, looking for McLeod to come up to the ball. Spiller is with him. Spiller's able to get a hand on the ball and knocks it over the boundary line. And we'll have a throw in on true centre wing.
Right in front of our commentary box on the members' side at the Thomson ground. They're doing a fierce battle with the Country Tigers. It's Jarvis and Cole's back in the ruck this time. Jarvis wins 2 hit-outs, but there has been a free kick picked out, and it'll go to Middleton. Middleton gets across to Jervis with a quick hand pass. Jervis kicks down the line looking for and finding Jack Broman in the forward pocket.
Looking very
beautiful
forward,
lead. Yes, he's been basically playing as a centre-half forward by the look of it. Broman plays on quickly, kicks long, and that is a magnificent goal. His second for the quarter, and this is a brilliant bit of move by Peter Riccardi to take him out of the middle, having confidence of those other midfielders, and he's playing as a small centre-half forward, Grubby.
Yes, that's exactly what he is. And then just trying to get some scores. We didn't get them at quarter time. But Corio 4-2-26, Bellpost Hill 8-5-53, Werribee 4-4-28, Anarchy 1-1-7, Belmont Lions 2-2-14, Geelong West Giants 4-5-29, and the big one out at Inverleigh 1-5-11, East Geelong 6-3-39.
Yeah. Get Jason, he'll give you that one. Ball back in the middle, goes up, and again tapped out there, goes backwards and ends up in the hands of McLeod. They came from Boundfield, goes towards centre wing. Leading in the race for the ball out there is Stacey. He gets around his player coming at him, did nicely, a little bit of pace, goes into the centre half forward position. Mark, will it be taken? No, it wasn't. Picked up by Jackson McLeod, got the handball away, went to Westwood, and this is Jared on the left boot. He goes back towards the goal square. Stevenson can't take the mark. Kittle leads in the race for the ball, tries to kick it round the boundary, but now it has been rushed through for a minor score to the Thomson side. They move to 1-5 and they trail Bannockburn on 3 straight goals. Second quarter action here. Buckles Entertainment second quarter scoreboard. The ball comes out, goes to the pocket. Mark is taken out there by Stewart.
Is he new?
Yes, he is. I think he's come from up Warwicknabeal, I think. I don't know why I think that, but anyway.
Pressure's on you, Dale. The scoreboard is now officially out of action. You're
That's
in.
Right,
You're the only man on the ground keeping score.
That's right. Baden Vickers now with the ball, goes back towards centre wing. Broman up over the top, up high, couldn't take the mark, and Sammy Jackson will
into the
see
fence, Sammy.
the ball go over the boundary line. And it will be thrown back into the field of play. True centre wing position.
The coach got up a little bit gingerly there.
Yeah, he did. Bannockburn just looking more dangerous when they go forward now. Thomson look like they're quite stagnant and no marking forward. And whenever Bannockburn go forward, Broman's he's really creating some problems down
So
there.
White clears the ball from the contest, picked up. Stevenson got the handle away to Middleton, needs some support, has it, goes back to Stevenson on the left boot, goes along the boundary, coming up. Broman couldn't take the mark. Jacker got the handle away. He also missed his target, picked up. Fama coming the other way. He didn't take it cleanly, picked up by the ruckman there in Jarvis. Now a little bit of groundwork being had here. It's like a game of soccer. Ends up in the hands of Stevens. He's got the ball in his hands. He goes too long into the forward line, but he goes wide and out of bounds on the full.
That's what happens when you've had 3 years off footy. He's just been away in Canada, living the dream over there, and comes back and, can't hit that target, I suppose.
Hit the target, nearly put it in the timekeeper's box.
Like a rusty second set of nails, mate, isn't it? So, ball now.
What?
A rusty set of nails. Hey, you never had them? No good when you're trying to bang wood, mate. So all goes towards Broman, centre wing. Jacker out the back, goes to Stevens once again. Got the handball away. Handball by Jarvis goes backwards. And again, Thomson now. They go through to the forward line. Cole can't take the mark. Measures is there. Got the handball wide. Went to Tommy Parsons. He's tackled. Ball comes out. Good tackle. Fenavesi's run hard. Some good tackling today. Middleton's over the top of it. And the ball is not going to come from that contest. Umpire to come in and take possession of the ball.
I'm not quite sure he actually got a hand to that one. It could well have been, although no prior.
So again, Ruckman go at it once again, coming through. It's nice work there. Ends up in the hands of Measures, kicks round the body. Mark is taken out there. This time it's Billy Ritchie. So Ritchie now looking to get the ball moving quickly. So he goes long. Miller back at the full forward post. He's got numbers against him. Brings the ball again. Broman in the right spot. Kicks round the body. Will he bring it back far enough? It's running towards goal. It's going to dribble its way through. So Jackie Broman has got his third of the quarter.
Is there anything this bloke can't do, Grubby? I don't know.
And it will move Bannockburn now.
He's playing centre forward up here, and then he's going forward and he's kicking goals. So.
Why would you come off if you just kick 3? Yeah. 4 straight goals to the Bannockburn side. They lead Thomson 1-5, and we have gone just on 4 minutes. I think I've stopped my clock.
Grubby, a perfect example of what you're talking about. Miller worked really, really hard to get it at the ground. Broman stayed out of the marking contest, picked up the crumb and a beautiful little snap. So good work to Miller. He's coming into the game at last.
He is, and as you say, it brings blokes like Jackie Broman into the game. And it's a bit like what you were saying last Sunday. You would think McLeod has had a few more touches at him, but as soon as a bloke like Broman kicks a couple of goals, he sneaks in front with that. McLeod's got to kick a couple himself to break even now.
And that's what they've done. They've put Brent to full forward as a change of an angle there and put another forward there to see if they can kick the goals. Because they've had the entries this quarter, they just haven't been able to kick the goals.
So, James, a very clever handball across to Measures. Measures kicks long into the forward line, and we're just talking about Miller. Strong use of the body, held Maguire out of the pack and took a chest mark. And he'll have a shot for goal. I guess he'd be about 35 metres out, almost directly in front. If he can kick this as a real momentum push in the game, it's changed. It's a matter of minutes on the back of some brilliance from Jack Broman, but you can see the whole side lifting around him.
Measure's starting to get going in the middle too. He's had 4 touches in the last couple of minutes.
So Miller wanders in, kicks long and just offline, missing the post star. So through for a minor score. So that's 4-1, is it, Dale, now?
Yes, that's right,
2-1 goal 5. And Bannockburn with some real momentum now, Grubby.
Yeah, and you don't see big Blake Miller missing them. He kicked 100 goals a couple of times in the 18s. He's a beautiful kick, and you don't see him missing them. And here's where they've got to drive home their advantage. He needs to kick them.
So the ball kicked in from the full-back position, goes out wide to Hodgson, keeps it in the field of play. No, he doesn't.
No, he
the ball
doesn't.
Goes over, so we'll have a throw-in right on the defensive 50. Thomson with some more work to be done now, with the ball deep in Bannockburn's attack. So Cole's doing the ruck work over there, and Jarvis is also with him. Both players, they lock arms. Both players actually push the ball back towards the boundary line. Running onto it is Kittle, gets the kick round the body, goes back towards centre wing. Mark, Eddie Cole's cleaned up his own man there. Ends up in the hands there. I think it was Measures. No, it wasn't. It was... not too sure who it was now, but anyway, it ends up in the hands of Stewart, goes backwards. They put himself under pressure because they turn the ball over, and it's Westwood gets the ball, goes back inside. McLeod, Brent, got a player over the top, and he goes short, and the running player is Stacey, can run onto it. He's held up, so Jervis has done okay. Short kick goes further afield. Went looking for Casey, made him work for it a little bit, chips the ball over the top, goes towards Harding, and slipping in Westwood once again, and he will take the mark and go back. And this is Josh Grubb, so... he has done a little bit of work in that forward line this quarter.
Well, BJ had his hands up to the umpire saying, hey, what's going on? I was shepherded out of it. And he was shepherded out of it legally. He put the block on, kept his eyes on the ball, kept BJ away from it. So Joshy could take this mark and have a shot for goal. But it was quite legal, and it was good umpiring because it wasn't an illegal block.
So Westwood now with an opportunity, comes in, kicks from about 35. Nice looking kick off the boot. Umpire stands and looks straight up over the top of her head, and it's gone through for a goal. So Thomson now to 2-5. They trail Bannockburn on 4-1. And we have gone nearly 19 minutes in this second quarter. Second quarter scoreboard.
Smart play there by the Thomson guys. Brent McLeod, he got the ball at centre half forward. He knew there was no one behind him, so they chipped wide to Stacey. Stacey had to chip wide again to John O'Casey out on our side over here. Because they knew there was no one deep, if they had just bombed away, they would have kicked it straight to a Bannockburn guy. So well done being patient by the Thomson players there.
And I think Bannockburn have got to watch. When they put McLeod to full forward, he can pretty much come up whenever he wants. So when he comes up, pick him up.
Yeah, it's Stacey gets the... Jarvis gets the ball down to a running teammate, but it can't get out of the pack. It's Stewart for Bannockburn trying to break free. Coming out of the pack now, kicking the ball forward for Thomson was Kittle. The ball comes off the hands of John O'Casey. He can't get the ball. Coming through is Gardner. Gardner's tackle. He can't get out of the pack. The umpire's going to be forced to blow it up, throw it up. Been very willing in this contest today. There's no doubt about it. But we'll see what happens with the Thomson side after that goal. See if they can lift. Jarvis again taps it down, but it's Measures who quickly kicks the ball out of the pack. It's dribbled down the boundary line and over the line in front of our commentary box. Centre wing. 4-1 plays 1-5. We're... about 15 minutes in, Dale, first quarter?
No, we've gone 20 minutes, mate.
20 minutes in. Ball's been thrown in now. It's Cole this time, wins the tap out, but he taps it next to his opposition ruckman. Gardner picks up a handball, kicks forward, but off the back of the pack, it's gone out of bounds. Yes, Davis was involved in that contest there, so...
I don't know if it's a leg or a hip. He's just not moving that well, I reckon.
Well, if that's the case, stay deep. Because you don't want blokes running off you if you can't chase them.
Yes, he's going back to join Brent McLeod right back deep in the Thomson scoring zone. Cole taps it very nicely to Measures, quickly kicks forward, lands in space, but there's a nest of Thomson players there. Coming through again is Measures. He does a beautiful job to get it forward. Broman runs onto the ball, pulls it in
that's holding the ball.
He is tackled.
Is holding the ball.
He's going to pay it.
Fantastic umpiring. That's fantastic umpiring. He dragged it in like you're not allowed to do.
And, John O'Casey will take the free kick for the Thomson side right on centre wing. Looking for options, decides to kick long down the line. Cole for Bannockburn sets himself, can't hold the mark. Fenivesi comes through, clever handball to Gardner. Gardner kicks long, that goal's going to land in the square. McLeod uses his body really well. Bannockburn defenders rush on it, push it over the line. And that was pretty lucky. McLeod almost conjured up something out of nothing then, but it goes through for a one behind. Harding for Bannockburn quickly kicks out down the line, looking for and finding a Cole. No, it's not. It's doesn't matter. He kicks the ball forward down to the centre wing, punched away over the boundary line. We'll have a throw in far side of the ground.
Well, it does matter if his mum's listening.
That's a very good point. I'm going to find out who that was.
It was Watts.
It was Mrs. Watts. I'm terribly sorry that I missed out on Aaron's kick there.
So the ball now with the centre wing. Casey picks it up. Handball goes back towards Solly. He can't take it cleanly, so at ground level the ball is being knocked around. Picked up again. Thomson working hard underneath the contest. Kelly got the ball out. Fenivesi couldn't pick it up cleanly. Measures does, as you'd expect, and the ball goes now back into Watts' hand. He goes back to the half-forward line. Contest there. Ground level. Ball picked up. Broman once again getting around, looking towards Miller. Miller fended the space off nicely. Got support outside. Got the handball away. And it went to Broman. Broman goes back and put his teammates under a little bit of pressure, but it wasn't taken cleanly anyway. Over the top, the ball ends up in the hands of Stevens. Stevens handballs back inside. Jacker back to Stevens. Got another handball away, so they've got some options. Jarvis steps inside, goes towards the running player out there. And this time it's Stacey on the left boot. Kick towards centre wing. Mark has taken. Watson, a good passage of play, takes a mark. And just needs to steady himself down now. Look at the option. Miller's there. That will be the target. That's the direction he goes in. Broman's also there. Over the back, Robinson went a little bit too early there. Puts the pressure on again. They have numbers. Picked up by Maguire. Tackled by Broman. Ball comes out. Sits underneath. Umpire now. He's going to pull it up, but he's let things run. And this time the ball is staying under the contest. Umpire will come in 20 out from goal. Throw the ball up.
How many touches McLeod this quarter?
5.
5? Okay.
Broman 5.
Yep.
And 3 goals.
But James only the 1.
So the ball back in the contest. Miller, quick kick out of the contest, goes back towards the goal square, put under pressure. Oh, that was a high tackle over the top of the shoulder. And free kick will go to Thomson. They take the advantage, ends up in the hands of Kittle from the back pocket. He looks to bring the ball to the half-back line. Mark not taken out there. Oh, yes, it is. It's the Jervis in front who takes the mark. So Jervis now Is looking to deliver the ball back into the forward line. Runs, carries, goes long. Back towards the goal square. Miller's there. Ball gets out the back. Again, Thomson with numbers. 2-on-1, 3-on-1, because Casey's also in support. He gets the ball. A little short kick. Fenavesi. Mark is paid by the umpire. He steady things down. So Fenavesi now will bring the ball back across the goals. Dangerous looking kick, but it's okay because they've got the numbers out here. Handball ends up in the hands of Kittle from Kittle now towards centre wing. Heels the target. Gardner up over the top, picked up by Jervis. Handball's over the top, got the handball to Bath, and away they won through Ladgrove. Goes back in. That's a nice looking kick. Mark is taken by Henderson. So Henderson now from just on the forward 50. Called the play on by the umpire. Needs to kick quickly. Was tackled from behind. Ball goes to the forward line. And coming up is Watts. A lucky kick.
Well, that's luck to forward. That's definitely luck.
Just no awareness there by Gardner, though. Like, he had to really have a bit of a look around and see what was going on. There was no peripheral vision and spoiled an easy mark, which would have got Thomson out of trouble.
So Watts gives the ball to James, and
he's got that, I reckon.
He has. Yes, he has. And James has his first goal of the afternoon, and will be Bannockburn's fifth. They move to 5-1. They lead Thomson on 2-6. And we have gone almost 25 minutes, second quarter. Buckley's Entertainment Centre, second quarter scoreboard.
Well, it looks like the scoreboard is almost on its way back. They've got all the adverts up, so we'll be getting that back after half time. I tell you what, at one stage Bannockburn opened the game up and looked good. Then Thomson opened their game up, and they looked good, but they didn't put it on the bloody scoreboard. And if you don't do that against other good sides, then you're going to get hurt. Against some of the other sides, you can do that for a little while and get yourself back in it. But now they've got a fair way to come back into this because they didn't score when they held the ascendancy.
Is that a scoring end, that end?
I can't see why.
No. There's not look much movement in the trees, that's all.
There's no whatsoever.
Ball up in the centre, kicked out by Measures. Quickly down, coming across for Thomson is Kittle. Kittle drives it forward looking for Hodgman. He can't pick the ball up. Casey's tackled immediately. Stewart goes in powerfully for Bannockburn trying to win the ball. Can't get it out. McLeod comes through. Very strong, skillful player. Balks around, kicks down looking for a teammate, but it's gone out on the full right in front of the coach's box.
Absolutely.
And it will come straight back.
Good idea by Thomson, getting him back on the ball. You know, that he was probably wasted a little bit. Thomson weren't getting in the forward line. He was sitting down there getting cold. So put him straight back on the ball and, straight away, clearance.
Josh Westwood kicks. Westwood done it again.
Kicks
the ball into the forward line. Can't find a teammate. And Bannockburn relieve, and coming out of the back pocket is Spiller. Spiller kicks long down the wing looking for a teammate. Broman comes out, quick hand pass into the path of Middleton. He can't break through. It comes back to Broman. Another quick kick forward. Connor Jervis underneath it with Cole. No, it's not Cole.
That's a great mark. That is a great mark.
Richie takes the mark, a really strong mark in the pack. He's immediately off. Kicking long down forward, right into the hot spot, looking for Blake Miller and finding him. That's a really strong pair of hands. Worked his opponent around, got himself in the best position. He'll be kicking for goal. Acute angle, probably only about 30-degree angle, but in the forward pocket, well within kicking distance. You rate his kicking, Grubby? Has he got this one?
Well,
he doesn't miss too many.
I would have. He doesn't miss too many, but he missed the one he should have got. But you can't keep missing goals if you're a good as kick as this kid. So I think he'll kick this.
So Miller coming in.
Shouldn't have said that probably.
He'll kick from about 35 by the time it hits his foot. Very precise run up. The goal umpire has not even twitched. Better. Straight over the top of his hat. Well called, Grubby. And Bannockburn's fifth goal for the afternoon. Or sixth, actually.
6-1 they are now.
6-1, 37.
And 2-6, 18 Thomson.
2-6, 18. Scoreboard nearly back on track for us here. Grubby, another decisive goal, sort of against the flow a little bit.
Well, it was, but the thing is, and what I wanted to say about it is, not many full forwards can hold a bloke like Maguire out like that and then take the mark. But Blake Miller's one of them. He's not only got a good pair of hands, but he's as strong as a bull. He probably did use the hand a little bit, but they allow that these days. In the chest, held position, and there's not many can do that. So a big bonus for Bannockburn if he can play well all year, Blake.
And Bannockburn making the most of this opportunity here. They've had to play for the last 5 minutes and they're putting it on the scoreboard.
Exactly.
Which is showing. It's what you talked about before, Grubby, whereas Thomson, they had that 5 minutes but didn't capitalise.
So the ball back in the middle of the ground, ends up in the hands of Hodgson, got it over towards Fenavesi. Nice clean take, got the handball away, and he's done nicely in there. Banfield ended up with it, goes by left boot, goes to the half-forward line. From behind, the spoiler's made. At ground level, they've got numbers again. Bannockburn, Stewart, couldn't pick it up, ends up in the hands of Kittle. He picked it up, put it down, ends up in the hands now of Stewart once again. Harding on the out and release, goes by hand. hand, goes looking for Peters, and a good spoil from Stevens once again, sees the ball back over the boundary line.
So I'm liking the game of Stewart, Grubby. He's only a little fella, but tremendously courageous. He's had a fair crack at it today.
Yeah, he is too, and I think that young bloke that just punched the ball, Stevens, I think he's new. I can't remember him, and he's
the one that went overseas.
Yeah, well, he'll fit into the side pretty well.
So the ball thrown back in this time. Ruckman on centre wing. Tapped down. Jarvis goes, kicked off the ground there by Middleton. Runs back towards the middle. Picked up Gardner. Got the handball away. And again, Thomson through Jacker. Get the handball out the back. Missed his target. So we're under pressure. Robinson, he can't run onto the ball. Goes back and collects it. Got options. Kept the handball away to Bath. Bath on the right boot. Goes back towards the goal square. Maguire leads in the race for the ball. And he'll be happy to see the ball go over the boundary line to be thrown in beside the behind post.
Just that awareness and a Bath Reese, he probably could have done a bit better. He had a free man and just threw it on the boot rather than setting that up. There's a little chance might have gone begging there.
Yep, definitely. Yep, not enough talk around the footy there, but look, I still think Bannockburn right on top here. They're pressing really hard, and as I said, every time they go forward now, they look like they're going to score.
Great tap out by Miller into the path of Fammer. He can't quite break the tackle. Thomson come out, but Robinson from Bannockburn is first one on. He's pushed out of the way seemingly easily. Fenavesi gets the ball across to Stacey, and it comes out onto the wing, and it's Gardner now. He pushes through the centre, bounces again. He's caught, and that
gone.
Yes, he's gone.
But there was no one downfield for him, like Bannockburn to push back, roll back and put the numbers back there. He had no option.
Advantage.
So Broman kicks the ball back towards centre half forward. McLeod getting back, takes the mark, and Fammer quickly holds him up. He's got a short option. He went to Fenavesi. No, he doesn't. He goes towards Hodgson. Good spoil there. Vickers picked up there. Stewart goes backwards. Got Benny Cole in some space. Little short kick sideways. Will go to Robinson. Has it now. Looks to play on. Another short option. They go forward quickly. Ends up in the hands of Billy Ritchie. And he goes quickly also. Goes towards Fammer. McLeod got back once again. Fammer won the ball at ground level. Sits over the top of it. Umpire says maybe no prior opportunity, and a ball up to take place.
Well, it's not the prior opportunity in this case. It's whether he actually dragged it in or not. And he landed on top of the ball, but he didn't drag it in. So that's another good decision.
So the ball thrown up, and Fammer's trying to work his way through the contest. Couldn't take it cleanly. Runs back towards the goal square. And again, it's with the numbers around, it's been picked up and kicked back towards goal. And I'm not too sure who's got it.
On the ground. Not
Probably
Broman
Broman.
again.
Yep.
Not Broman, is it?
It is Jack, I think. Yep.
He's
it
fourth
is.
for the quarter.
Yep. 4 goals, Jackie Broman, and the 7th now to the Bannockburn side. There's 7 goals won, 2-6 to the Thomson side, 29 minutes gone. Well, actually, it's 30 minutes gone. Second quarter, Buckers Entertainment Centre, second quarter scoreboard.
What can you say about Jack Broman? There's not much you can say that I haven't already said over the past few years, so I'm not going to bother saying anything. All I'll say was Jack Broman. That's who it was.
Billy
Robbie,
Ritchie
would you
looks
think
like he's going all
Peter
right.
Riccardi might be tempted to leave him at centre half forward all year?
Nah.
I don't think so,
Looks
because
like he's full forward now.
Yeah, I
He's
don't
even gone
think
deeper.
So. I think they have to get him back on the ball at certain stages because he gives them a lot of clearances as well.
I reckon once, if Tommy started to get going a little bit, started to get a few clearances, put him back in. But
Yes.
at the moment, look, these guys are doing enough. Fammer, Middleton, James, these guys are doing enough in there. So leave Broman forward while he's dangerous.
Yep.
James runs onto the ball, can't quite get it for Bannockburn. Thomson intercept, kick it. It's gone right up, straight up in the air, and Mrs. Watts, your son Aaron, is about to have another kick. He kicks long down the wing, but it's right on the top of the ruckman in Jarvis, and he takes an easy, uncontested mark on the centre wing. He's looking for options, waiting to see what's happening upfield. Decides to kick it straight back to where it came from, long down the line, and coming out for Gardner, can't take the mark. He's bumped off the ball. Bannockburn trying to win it back. Josh Westwood goes in, can't quite control the ball either, and we're going to have another ball up on the centre wing. No, the umpire's pinged him.
Don't agree with that one, but anyway, ball comes back inside. Mark is taken in there by White. White goes across the ground. Running player from behind is Kelly. Kelly looks up, goes towards McLeod once again, going back with the fly of the ball. It's not taken. He's pushed off the contest there by Bowden. Bowden tackles Kittle. Kittle goes over the boundary line, and the ball will be thrown back in by the boundary umpire.
I thought he was going to throw him straight into the concrete coach's box then, but he held him up with a bit of a show of good sportsmanship. That's good to see.
So the ball thrown back in now, half forward line. Thompson's attacking end. Benny Cole takes the ball out of the ruck, then put it down, picked up Fenavesi. McLeod fends off, kicked off the ground there, or kicked in the mid-air by Jarvis. Goes across, this time it's Jervis. He just boots the ball, goes back towards centre ring. Peters is there. Stevens leads in the race for the ball, heads towards the boundary line. Peters takes gets to the ground, knocks the ball over the boundary line, and we'll have a throw in on centre wing. Some Not too sure how much the clock says there, but Mike says about over 30 minutes.
He had to do that. He had to do that, Peters, because there was a 2-on-1. If it comes back into the contest, away go Thomson. So good play, Link Peters.
Jackson McLeod very quiet this afternoon, Reese. He would need to lift in the second half. Another option for Thomson.
Absolutely. But, look, Thomson forwards, I think, are struggling. They're whether they're not running to the right spot or, they're not getting the delivery. But at the moment, I think that's where they're breaking down. They're breaking down their half forward and deep in their forward line. No one looks like scoring down there at the moment.
So the ball,
Bannockburn's forward line. Henderson held onto the ball for a while, but it's come out, and Hodgson hasn't really taken the mark. The umpire's paid it.
He's paid it.
They're still fighting for the ball, but he blew the whistle and thought
Might be the siren.
probably just as well. Siren. Dale, give us the scores because the scoreboard is still not operating.
yes, at half time, it's Bannockburn will go in at 7 goals, 1. They'll lead Thomson 2 goals, 6. Goal kickers to this stage of the game. For the home side, Josh Westwood with 1, Brent McLeod with 1. For the Bannockburn side, Jack Henderson 1, Matt James 1, Blake Millen. The story of the second quarter is definitely Jackie Broman with 4. So, as I said, a comfortable lead here at the half-time break. We'll take a short break. When we come back, we'll go through all action that's happened in the first half here at Godfrey Street. You're listening to 94.7 The Pulse, your home of local football.